You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, so let's talk about the NCAA because the walls are closing in. The NCAA has allowed men to identify as women and invade women's sports. And the women, they don't like it. I'm talking about like the transgenders that have invaded women's sports, over the past few years has been the likes of Will Leah Thomas and also Brayton Blair Fleming. Yeah, we talked about them a lot here on this channel. Women are fighting back. It's a new day. And now, my home state, the great state of Texas, our Attorney General here, Ken Paxton, he doesn't play. He's now suing the NCAA. Why? It's simple, guys. They lied. They marketed female sports as for females, but we know that's not the case because you actually do have males playing on some of these sports teams, guys. It makes absolutely no sense. Now, in the case of the Blair Fleming situation, the NCAA knew that was a male. They hid the fact that this was a male. Apparently it goes deeper than that, guys. I mean, players on the team didn't even know. Yeah, but Texas, we're not playing. Don't mess with Texas. So look right here, guys. NCAA slapped with lawsuit by Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton over their allowance of transgenders in female sports. Yeah. We don't play that game out here in the great state of Texas. It says here, at this point, it's starting to become a mountain of lawsuits against the NCAA and other governing bodies in college athletics. And this is especially true when you center in on the issue of transgenders competing in women's sports. Now, it's really sad, guys, that the NCAA seems to be one of the few remaining governing bodies that have done nothing about the transgender situation. Actually, guys, you actually had the president of the NCAA on Capitol Hill talking about they were following federal law in allowing transgenders in sports. We all know that's a lie because Title IX is a real thing, guys, and the Supreme Court shot it down when the Biden administration was actually trying to amend Title IX to include gender identity. It failed. And now just recently, the Biden administration has admitted defeat, and they're not going to be pursuing amending Title IX. So the NCAA president knew he was lying on Capitol Hill. But anyway, goes on here, says Ken Paxton, the Attorney General of Texas, is the latest to add to the pile as he's hit the NCAA with a lawsuit for, quote, falsely marketing and selling competitions as women's sports only to provide a mixed sex event. Yeah, I completely agree with that. The NCAA, man, has been engaged in deceptive practices, in my opinion. But it goes on here, quote, the NCAA violated the Texas Deceptive Trade Practices Act, which exists to protect consumers from businesses attempting to mislead or trick them into purchasing goods or services that are not as advertised. The NCAA further misleads consumers by failing to disclose which participants in its, quote, women's competitions are biological males, reads the release from Paxton. The NCAA is intentionally and knowingly jeopardizing the safety and well-being of women by deceptively changing women's competitions into co-ed competitions, stated the Attorney General. When people watch a women's volleyball game, for example, they expect to see women playing against other women, not biological males pretending to be something they're not. Radical gender theory has no place in college sports. Shout out to Ken Paxton, man. He's not playing. Now, if you guys actually know the political side of Ken Paxton, this guy, man, has sued the Biden administration a whole lot for his radical policies. And he actually has a very, very good winning percentage against the Biden administration. I believe I've heard different reports now. Ken Paxton has won like 77% of his lawsuits against Biden, upwards of 90%. This guy does not play. Actually, Ken Paxton was actually in the running for U.S. Attorney General. And now word's coming down that he's actually looking into running for Senate now to unseat the rhino we got here in Texas, John Cornyn, from right out here in Houston. But we have to see, man. But he's right about this, though. He is right about this. You actually have sports out there in the NCAA that say they're for women, but then you find out, wait a minute, this isn't exclusively for women. I mean, people actually expect to go to a women's sporting event, and it's supposed to be for women. But now with the wokeness, man, that's not the case. You have men disguising themselves as women and saying, oh, I'm a woman. And then we find out, wait a minute, you're actually a male? Now, in the case of the Will Leah Thomas situation, we actually knew that this person was truly a male. But in the case of Blair Fleming, there was a cover-up of the true sexual identity of Blair Fleming. Even teammates at SJSU didn't even know that that was a female, or a male, I should actually say, for the longest time. And then other schools were duped too as well. And once those schools found out, oh, this is really a male? We're not going to play. We're out. We're going to forfeit. And it did. And I believe the forfeits are going to continue. Now, SJSU has already had a mass exodus of players that actually played with Blair Fleming. They said, we're out. We're out. I mean, half of their victories, guys, came via forfeit because women said, this ain't right. We're supposed to be playing against other women, but yet you actually want us to play against a man? Nah, I don't think so. And now these women have actually hit the road. They're going to other schools. Now, it's going to be interesting to see, guys, what happens with SJSU's volleyball team now for next season. I don't remember if Blair Fleming was a senior or whatever, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens next season. Because let's just say he's still on that team. Will they even be able to get a team? People on scholarship. People actually want to go to SJSU and play volleyball because the man's on the team. Maybe some problems over there, man. But hey, NCAA, man, you've been put on notice, man. Texas is not playing with you. You lied. There's no other way to put it. So I'm going to leave right there, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.